The ghost houses are usually the levels I like the least in Mario games, while there are some exceptions of really well done ghost houses. Most of them are, instead of being fun, rather tedious. Way too often these evil ghost stages are built around trial and error instead of clever puzzle solving. And with most Mario Maker Ghost House levels, it is no different. Nevertheless, I have stumbled across a few really well designed ghost houses, which I actually greatly enjoyed. So for us Mario Maker scientists, it would be an important thing to figure out what made these ghost houses not only bearable, but actually refreshing experiences. A really well made ghost house has this unique sense of weirdness and unpredictability, this sense of exploring a twisted and out of the norm level. It's great if a ghost house actually works out. In this video I want to take a look on a couple of designs for Mario Maker Ghost House stages that manage to create this feeling of twisted unpredictability without relying on cheap trial and error tricks. And we're going to use the only recently discovered loading trick that makes a lot of these designs possible. So are you ready? Let's do this! Mario's day begins in the middle of this ghost house. There really isn't anything going on here. There is an exit door which our plumber can't use because it is floating in the air, and floating doors don't work. So Mario's only chance to proceed here is to take all his courage and to jump to the right. Luckily, there are bullet blasters dropping from the ceiling, which create a path towards new areas for a jumping plumber. But where is this path going to take him? Will he face a gigantic Boo? Will the whole stage flip on its head? Will he face Bowser? Or will the floor start to disappear if he does something which he always does? Well, the answer is, this path leads him nowhere. He finds a Yum Yum mushroom and an arrow, which tells him to turn around and to walk back. But back is where Mario came from. He wasn't able to proceed there. Or so he thought. Suddenly, a new set of bullet blasters appear, which allow Mario to enter the previously inaccessible door. Hooray! Okay, so why do these bullet blasters suddenly appear? Well, the answer is because of a concept called Schrödinger's Swamp. First of all, shout out to YouTube creator Smashboss. He uploaded a video featuring this trick a couple of days ago, and the trick is amazing. I highly recommend everyone who is interested in really weird Mario Maker techniques to check his channel out. He showcases a lot of really weird but cool Mario Maker mechanics, including some really amazing blue platform shenanigans. You can find the link to his channel in the description. So how does Smashboss's Schrödinger's Swamp work? Well, it's surprisingly simple, but super weird. If a solid object, like a thwomp, is inside a clown car, another object is behind the thwomp, and the thwomp is spawn blocked, then something really interesting happens. If both objects are loaded at the same time, then the thwomp prevents the items behind it from loading. But if the thwomp is loaded in from the side, then one of these items is loaded before the thwomp is able to load, which prevents the thwomp from loading and allows the other items to load, since the thwomp, which prevented them from loading, doesn't load anymore. Or at least I believe that this is what happens. Anyway, because of this we are able to make items only appear if Mario approaches them from the side, which has a lot of potential. Let's go crazy with this concept. Here Mario finds himself in the middle of a ghost house, once again. This time he has to solve a couple of puzzles before he's allowed to reach his beloved exit door. To his right are evil and ouching spikes. That's a pity, because Mario really wants to get to the top, but the ouching spikes prevent him from doing so. So our plumber needs to find a way to enter this door. This door is out of reach for him, but luckily there is a small contraption set up which allows him to easily reach it. All that he needs to do is to jump towards the small track piece, because this triggers a Did You Jump tester, forces the bomb to go boom, and offers Mario a cannonball to jump on, which makes this door suddenly reachable. This door takes Mario to the other side of this room. Now he faces the same ouching spikes area as before, but this time note blocks were able to load in because of Schrödinger's Swamp, which makes platforming on top of the ouching spikes an unouching experience and allows our plumber to reach the second floor of this ghost house. To his right is once again a floating door. This door is unreachable at the moment, so the path forward is probably to Mario's left. To his left he becomes trapped in a dangerous corridor filled with stretches. Our plumber is a master of platforming, and these stretches aren't really dangerous to him. But how does platforming through this corridor help him? Oh, once Mario made his way through, a new set of bullet blasters appear, and now our, by now probably pretty confused plumber, is able to reach the next door of this ghost house. This door takes him into the attic of this stage. there is nothing hidden in the attic, but I drop back to the previously inaccessible door. But thanks to Schrödinger's Swamp, this door is suddenly accessible and our plumber is finally able to leave this area. Hooray! All these tricks work because of the clown car spawning trick from before. The only thing worth pointing out here is that items like power blocks behave differently when placed behind the swamp. Those only load if the room was hard loaded, and they are soft loaded, but not if they are only soft loaded. By hard loaded I mean if the room was reloaded, like by walking through a door or a pipe, and by soft loading I mean walking close enough to an object so that it becomes activated. For the power blocks to actually load, the room needs to be resetted and then Mario needs to come from the side in order to soft load them as well. Otherwise they will not appear. Which is super weird, but super useful. Okay, so let's take a look at a ghost house design featuring absolutely no quantum tricks for once. Here, Mario is entrapped in the middle of a floating area. This area constantly pushes him to the left. To make matters even worse, the whole stage seems to be collapsing, since there are dangerous blocks dropping from the ceiling as well. Mario's job is it to collect all the 5 red coins hidden here, because if he isn't able to obtain a key, this stage loops back to its beginning again, and Mario is imprisoned here for eternity. But luckily, Mario is able to collect the key and to escape this scary area. Here, Mario finds himself in the middle of a ghost house once again. Weird, it looks like he's in a ghost house world or something. Anyway, there's a bullet blaster to the left and one to the right, which enclose this area. And there is a door. If Mario wants to reach this door, he needs to activate the invisible elevator blocks, since elevator blocks only elevate if visible. Once Mario reaches the door, he's transported back to the same room he came from. Weird. Oh, but the 2 bullet blasters moved while Mario was inside the door. How scary! Because of this, Mario is now able to explore the next part of the room and to trigger these invisible blocks. The reason the blasters moved is because of a simple trigger spawn blocking contraption. If our plumber walks through this door once again, the previously invisible blocks appear directly below the previously unreachable door, which allows Mario to leave this area and to enter the next one. In this area, the walls are weird once again. Here they constantly move. This would be bad enough on its own, but to make things even worse, it turns out the whole room is a gigantic maze. What a nightmare. Now, our Mario not only needs to avoid being crushed by the moving walls, but he also needs to use the brain behind his mustache in order to find the right way out. That is probably the worst thing that happened to Mario today. Until he walks through this door, because behind this door, a final ghost house boss fight awaits Mario. Because behind this door is nothing? What? There was a Bowser Jr. boss fight supposed to be here, in a really cool arena filled with bullet blasts, but there is nothing to the right here, and there is nothing. Oh, but wait, looks like the Bowser Jr. boss fight finally appeared. I already started to get worried. Now Mario needs to defeat the newly appeared Bowser Jr. like he did thousands of times before, and he's finally done for today. Hooray! The reason why this boss fight only appeared after a while is once again because of Schrödinger's clown car shenanigans. This time we put bullet blasters into the clown cars instead of swamps, since this allows us to spawn block a gigantic area at once. If you're wondering how to get the blasters behind the clown cars, it is because we first placed them there on tracks, and then we deleted the tracks. And that's it for today, and for ghost houses, and for Schrödinger's clown car. I hope you enjoyed this little video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to leave me a thumbs up, and maybe feel especially like making this channel magically appear in your subscription feed today, and want to hit the subscribe button as well. I hope that you have a wonderful day, and to see you soon. Goodbye!